Excuse me. Sorry about that. I was just getting everything set up here, and I'm about to do some sports talk. And you're about to find out what the title means, because it's not surprising what has happened. And we're going to talk about that here in just about a few seconds. In fact, right now, as a matter of fact. Here we go. Alright, good afternoon, if it is afternoon for you. I am Kid Coggins here with another edition of the Kid Coggins Radio Show. The Sports Talk edition, that is, of the Kid Coggins Radio Show. And I tell you what. The way things have been going within the last, 24 hours or so is pretty crazy. In fact, let me just fade out the music and we're just going to get right into this. How about it? Alright, so you guys know that I have been talking about the whole Nico and Maliava situation, or as a guy on Facebook put it, and I find this funny in like a little funny because it's not all that funny, but it is because it's true. Guy says, Nico, I'm leaving you. Because that's exactly what he did to Tennessee. And Tennessee fans are okay with it, including myself. Somebody who is not okay with it and who has made it very well known that they're not okay with it is Nick Welch. Or Wells. Anyways, whatever his name is. Anyways, his name's Nick. He is like some... I don't know exactly who he is. I think he's like the head football coach or something at... I know he's at Kentucky. But... who cares, honestly? I know you gotta be factual, and if it was a terrestrial radio station outside, do my research, but we're talking about Kentucky, who we beat last year. Go Vols. But he was pretty mad, saying like, "Oh, like, it was great with us having Nico, and like, how could we do this or something along those lines," and basically talking about the whole the song Rocky Top, how that's stupid and whatever. And I'm thinking like, you're just mad because we've beaten you. That's all there is to it. Like, Tennessee's a great team. And so, all I'm going to say to that is he can, if he hasn't already, go cry in a corner, because it sounds like what he was trying to do. Just went on this big rant. I find that hilarious because, Nico is not great like you think he is. I mean, even Ohio State wouldn't take him. And Ohio State beat everybody last year. which is how they got national championship. And how they won that national championship too. They were beating up everybody. So for Ohio State not to take Nico, that says something. And if you want some sports talk from somebody other than me about this situation, go to YouTube and search Sports Talk J. He's done like 3 or 4 videos on this, and they're very good videos, by the way. That's what it was, not Welch, it was Welsh, but either way, that guy is just mad because Tennessee beat Kentucky, and yeah, which I'm happy about that. There's not going to be a day where I'm not. Because any team that Tennessee beats, whether it be football, basketball, baseball, softball, I'm going to be happy about that. Because big fan of the Vol Network, big fan of the Tennessee Volunteers. So, yeah, and besides, Tennessee is a great state, great community. People helping people. That's what it is. Why it's called the volunteer state. But here's another thing about this whole Nico situation that really says, this is bad. Like, real bad. Like, he messed up big time. His agency messed up big time. And you want to know the reason why that is? How we know it's really bad? Well, for those of you that are friends with me on Facebook, because this is being streamed on YouTube and Facebook, as well as on my radio station. If you have not looked at the post that I shared yesterday, go back and look at it. One of my friends shared something that Nick Saban said. And he was praising Josh Heupel big time. And of course, he put the link to for people to get a save college football shirt. But that's besides the point. It's really honestly besides the point. I mean, part of me is like, maybe he meant what he said. Maybe he was just doing that to promote the shirt, or maybe it was both. I'm just going to be the guy that says it was both. I'm going to be nice about it and say it was both. But for even him to praise Josh Heupel, which I think we beat Alabama earlier this year. Or not this year, last year. I think that was after he quit coaching. If I'm remembering correctly. But for him to even come out and praise Josh Heupel, that says something. And for fans from other teams saying, we don't want this guy. Which the transfer portal, to get into another team that's in the SEC, that has closed. However, the transfer portal is open today, not for SEC, but for other places, so he can go if he wants to. So people are saying that his buyout is going to drop, and I believe that is a fact, and he is probably going to have to take a pay cut. Look, dude, you had it really good. Really good. At Tennessee, and you go and pull that crap. And though a lot of people are saying that it's not his fault, which I partially do believe, considering the fact that his father is involved in his agency, and, you know, his father has, like, you know, I guess ownership in some way, or, like, manages his finances or whatever, some crap like that. And get this, they even wanted them to supposedly change the offensive like unit, like lineup and what have you. So maybe that Nico would have better chances getting into the NFL or something like that. Anyway, Sports Talk Jay has a great couple of videos on this situation. So I definitely recommend you go and check those out. If need be, I can share them on Facebook here after the show. But that's just unbelievable to me. Though, I did call it, I will say. I did say that things like this aren't good. Especially when you have a family member involved. I mean, if you know, you're getting like $4 million a year, whatever it was. That's not a good idea, because things like this will happen if you have a family member involved. I mean, you got people saying that it was his agency and his father that told him to do what he did. In some way, form, or fashion, like something along those lines. And honestly, I have to say it is what it is. He wasn't no 5-star quarterback, and I will say that until I stop talking about it, until people, you know, stop talking about it. In fact, if I'm still talking about it when I'm 60-some years old, I probably won't be though, but if I am, that will still be my remark, that he was not and will never be a 5-star quarterback. I mean, yeah, he got us to the playoff, but it wasn't even really him. It wasn't even really the offensive unit. It was a defense. Dylan Sampson did that, which is why he's going to the NFL draft. Because he was really good. If we wouldn't have had him, Tennessee's chances of going to the one college football playoff game against Ohio State that we went to, that wouldn't have happened. So, there you go. There you go. That is my take on that. And I have to say, Nick Welsh, you don't work for Tennessee and what have you. Even though your rant's hilarious, your opinion, I mean, it's, you can sit here and say, Tennessee, they don't know what they're doing in terms of letting Nico go, but, look at all the responses on social media. And that little opinion of yours in that way will be disproven and is wrong. Because fans from other schools are like, we don't want this guy. And his entourage. And, of course, there's family drama involved. And, of course, there would be. Because you got your family involved. And that's your first mistake. Honestly. Especially if you're a college kid playing college football and you're getting paid millions of dollars a year and you got your father involved. That is nothing but trouble. And I mean nothing but trouble. But, you know what? It is what it is. I mean, it's really, it is what it is. But, anyway. I'm checking this song right quick. Just see. Okay, that's not the version I like. I would delete that at some point. But, anyways, I think that about does it for the sports talk show today. And I have to say that whole thing is crazy. And I don't understand why. Any of this happened except for the fact that it was just stupidity, honestly. Because you're stupid if you're going to walk away from a deal like that. Just stupid. Like, if I had $2 million a year contract and the staff at the school came to me and said, we want to give you a raise. Okay then. That's them saying that. But I'd be perfectly fine with my $2 million. Now, if they said, oh, we're going to cut you down a little bit, that's when I would have something to say. But if I don't need more money than I already have, then I'm not going to ask for a raise, and I'm definitely not going to get this whole thing in my head where I get money hungry and then start a whole bunch of BS, family drama, and all that stuff. And people are saying that's why Nico was kicked off the team, because Heupel, as he should be, was sick and tired of the drama. So, good on Heupel for standing up and saying that, no, we're not going to take this anymore. We're done. But, like I said, there's a slew of videos on the Sports Talk J YouTube channel that go into a whole lot of detail about this situation. And I recommend, if you want to learn more about it, you're interested in it, or you just want to know what's going on with it, want to know what the responses were online and what have you, go check him out. Because the video is very well done in terms of dissecting this whole situation and talking about it. Now, as for editing, I could use some work. But, because I'm not going to sit here and talk about this for 2 or 3 hours, because it would just be an endless rant of nothing. Excuse me. One thing I will say is when you get kicked off the team in Tennessee, is happy you're gone, that makes you look real bad. And they're thinking about, there was some talk, I think I had mentioned Sports Talk J. There was some talk, he said they were thinking about getting Gaston Moore as like a fill-in quarterback, or he recommended it, or something along those lines. And yeah, $10,000 or something just to sit there and come in when he's needed. Yeah, sounds pretty good to me. Sounds pretty good to me. But anyways, if anybody has any comments, questions, if I think of anything else I want to add, I will definitely add it. We're going to play a little music to get us to going to play some music. Let me make sure that this Just making sure that don't have any duplicates in here. Because I don't want to play the same song twice. Let me move that up. Let's see here. Alright. There we go. Let's see here. But alright. We are, I guess, done for today. Like I said, if anybody wants to go and learn more about the situation with Nico and all that, feel free. It's probably gotten way more worse since the last time I checked it out. Can it get any worse? Well, I think it can. I think it can. But I'll be here with you on the air for a little while or so. In fact, we will get into some music here in a few minutes or so. All right. So, there we go. Just moving some songs around. So yeah, there we go. Nothing about live radio. And, talking about sports and whatever else you want to. But for those that tuned in to the YouTube stream, I thank you for tuning in, as well as the Facebook stream as well. Thank you for tuning in. As always, just waiting for the music to fade. But, alright, I'm going to go. Of course, be here with you for a couple hours or so. Voice tracked, that is. So, for those listening on the radio, hope you enjoyed the program today, and I'll catch you back here live tomorrow. Maybe if there is a sports update on this situation or any other situations that I decide to cover. But as for radio shows, I'll be back with you tomorrow. I'm back in Friday, both voice tracked. In fact, I'll get to that later. Do a stream on YouTube and Facebook of me doing that, recording some liners and what have you. So if you want to tune in, go ahead and do it when I'm live. Have your notifications on. And also, apologies for not doing it yesterday. I decided to go to bed. So, yeah. So that's the conclusion of sports. Got lots of great music on the way. In fact, we're going to kick it off right now with Ashley Cook. Here's Your Place on the Tri-Cities Best Country. Good afternoon, everybody. But, yeah, so for those of you that are listening on the YouTube Facebook stream, thank you for tuning in, and once again, apologies yesterday. I decided not to voice track tomorrow's and Friday's shows. However, do them later on this afternoon or something. So, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll catch you back here later on this afternoon or evening, whenever I decide to voice track those. So it'll probably be after 2, possibly. Maybe a little bit later, depending on what time this ends. Excuse me. But thanks to everybody for tuning in. I'll catch you back here later on this afternoon. Doing some pre-recording, recording some liners and what have you. But catch you back here soon. Bye for now, everybody.